Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good Victory Monday. I'm struggling. It's Mike on the mic. I'm back. I'm back. I've been on a little hiatus, man. That COVID is no joke. So I apologize, man. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm looking rough, feeling better, but still feeling a little rough. But I definitely look rough. I'm looking at myself and my goodness, y'all. But we gonna get on to it. We gonna get to it, man. I hope y'all doing great. Hope y'all healthy, happy, all that good stuff. Man, what a victory. What a victory, man. That's starting to be my opening phrase. What a dub. What a dub. It was kind of ugly, but that's all right. That's the way division games gonna be. Division games gonna be like that, man. It looked real one-sided in the beginning. Very one-sided early. 10-0 was basically the score of the game the entire day until Kevin Stefanski decided he wanted to be Mr. Complacent, don't do anything to shake up or mess anything up, which I get it. That is our game plan for the rest of the season because we will be a playoff team. Our defense is astronomically too good to not make the playoffs. When we don't turn the ball over, you see, man, teams it's hard. It's hard to score on us consistently. It's hard. Our offense is good enough, even with DTR, to put up enough points to win games. Our defense is legit. I keep hearing people every week, man. It's like y'all kind of buy in a little bit more. It's like, what more do you need to see from the defense? Like if you're not 100% bought in on this defense, 100% convinced that this defense is legit at this point, you just don't know football, or you just don't know what you're looking at, because the defense is historical, man. It really is. This defense is absurd. If you take away that big run they had, even with that run, man, Pittsburgh's offense was trash all game. Even with that big 75, 79-yard run, whatever it was, man, the defense is legit. That we have our flaws on defense, but that's gonna come. That's reality. You cannot build a perfect defense. Excuse me, y'all. My goodness. Excuse me. Gosh. Um, can't build a perfect defense, man. We've got some weaknesses on the defense, but it's not enough to make our defense weak. We have weaknesses, but our defense is not weak. Our linebackers can use work. We can't have it all, y'all. I hear a lot of y'all talking about, man, our interior linebackers are lacking. We can definitely use a thumper. Man, I talk to my dad all the time. He's the reason I'm a fanatic the way I am, man. He made me like this. It's your fault, Dad. I love you for it, but it's your fault when I get all angry and I'm dissecting these games like I get paid for it and I don't. But I love this, man. I love this. Our defense needs a thumper at linebacker. By thumper, thumpers are like your traditional linebackers. They're not your prototype linebackers of this new age football. Thumpers are your Ray Lewis's, guys like Derek Brooks, Brian Urlachers of the day, Tikio Spikes. Those type of guys where, man, I may not be able to run 4-4, none of that, but I can read where you going, and I can meet you or your blocker in the hole, and I can blow it up. Our linebackers on our team are nobody that's gonna blow up a run play. What I mean by that is, if there's a gap and there's a blocker coming through the gap, our linebackers ain't about to beat that blocker. That's where the thumper comes in. That thumper, man, is coming in there, hitting the lineman, the fullback, who's ever in there, and possibly blowing up the whole run play. Our linebackers, like JOK, as great as he is, man, these guys are finesse linebackers. If they get met in that hole with a blocker, they're just getting blocked, and the next person's gonna have to meet the running back. Um, Again, excuse me. Taki is the best thumper we have, the closest thing to a thumper, man. That guy's 100% run support kind of guy. He's a just let me feel the whole guy, and he has the thumping part. But along with that thumper, you got to be able to get sideline to sideline and have that quickness as well, and that's where he lacks. Um, he's got the size, the strength, and all that. He's just not quick enough to always be in the right spot. Um, if we could mix Anthony Walker with Taki, man, we'd have a Pro Bowl linebacker. Anthony Walker's borderline a Pro Bowl linebacker by itself just because of his the intellectual part of the game, the fundamental part of the game. He knows exactly where he needs to be. That guy, Anthony Walker, missing him yesterday hurt. A lot of them gashes we got up the middle with that run game, even with him in there, it was going to happen because, again, he's not a thumper. But a lot of that would have been negated because he knows where to put guys. He knows where he needs to be. And he knows how to read what the offense is kind of doing, man. That Pittsburgh offense was in desperation mode, full desperation mode. They couldn't do anything other than run the ball. That was the only thing that they had to hang their hat on yesterday was running the ball. They could not throw the ball. Which made them one-dimensional. But you saw the creativity in the Steelers' offense. This ain't about the Steelers necessarily. I'm looping this back around to the Browns' offense because that game shouldn't have been as close as it was. It really shouldn't have been. In these division games, they gonna be dog fights. We have the superior talent to the Steelers, but again, in these division games, I know they're gonna be dog fights. Even though that game was one-sided, man, we were punching the Steelers in the mouth all day. Even though we only won by 3. That's the way these division games go. They get ugly, man. They get nasty. We muck it up. It gets mucked up. Even when the Browns were a trash team, man, the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals, we play them guys tough a lot of times. Like if you're watching the game, you know, it's enough to where you can watch the game. It's competitive to a sense where you like, man, we're right here, or we just need a touchdown, or we just need a stop, or we just need a field goal. But back in the day, we would never get them things because the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals, they just had our number. They knew we were just little brothers. And when you got a little brother, you play around with him for a little bit. You might think like, oh man, I can finally beat Big Bro this time. I got him right where I want him. But little do you know, like your big brother's got something in the reserves. Like he like, man, I'm yeah, we playing right now, but when it gets down to it, I'm just gonna pull away from you. And that's usually what the Steelers and these division rivals that we got do to us. They just pull away. You saw in this game, that wasn't happening. That's not going to happen against the Browns, man. You're not going to be able to just come in here and slow walk us up and down the field all day and just big brother, little brother. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Stefanski, when you the big brother, man, it was clear we are the better team all day. Clear. We had more talent. TJ Watt barely existed until the second half. But, man, you can't just take your foot off the pedal, Stefanski. We won the game. I understand the game plan is run the ball, let the defense win. But, Stefanski, you don't have to completely just cede and give up on the offense. Man, that second half was horrible. Like, Stefanski, you had me fooled, man. You truly had me fooled for a minute. Shame on me. Shame on me. You fooled me, man. You fooled me, Stefanski. You sly dog, you. You had me thinking that you were actually putting some good coaching together. That you were actually starting to like be innovative. You weren't, man. You weren't. You fooled me. But it's shame on me. I allowed that to happen. Because you know what? We seeing the same thing with Bill Belichick. You seeing the same thing with a lot of these coaches, man. Everybody used to sing Bill Belichick's praises. Everybody. He couldn't do any wrong. He couldn't. But since Brady been gone, man, now the guy can't do any right. He can't. He coaching the same way. He ain't coaching no different. But it's hard when you ain't got that quarterback in there. See, a good franchise quarterback, man, will make any coach look good. Yeah, a good franchise quarterback will make any coach look good. Will keep any coach employed. I'm not a big Bengals fan, man, I think their head coach is vastly overrated. But when you got Joe Burrow and y'all going to the Super Bowl and y'all winning, we can't really make a big coaching change. You winning games. So I'm happy we beat the Steelers. I'm happy with any dub, man. I am. But I told y'all, Stefanski ain't the one. Is if y'all trying to, if Super Bowl is the goal, it ain't gonna happen. Which Deshaun going out, man, that crushed a lot of Super Bowl hopes anyway. But best believe this team is a competitive playoff team. I ain't just say a playoff team. We are a competitive playoff team, even with DTR. You saw that. Our defense is ridiculous. DTR actually looked like a competent quarterback in just his second start, his first time getting an official game plan, official starter week reps. He looked good. He looked good enough. He looked beyond good enough. The guy made plays with his legs. The guy showed heart. The guy showed tenacity. The guy showed that he is not a turnover machine like PJ Walker. You see why they went to DTR. And I told y'all, man, a lot of them PJ Walker plays and turnovers, man, that was driving Stefanski crazy because Stefanski is Mr. Conservative. He is Mr. Other than going for it on fourth down and putting Harrison Bryant in at quarterback while slash running back slash wide receiver, all that stuff. Other than that, which Harrison Bryant must be Stefanski's like, again, like I don't understand what their working relationship or outside of work relationship is, but goodness, man. My girl don't even give me that many chances. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna get off the Harrison Bryant thing. I don't know what him and Stefanski got going on or what that love language is. But Stefanski, man, you went completely just white flag in the second half. That first half, man, you saw creativity in his plays, and you saw his stamp, man. You saw him doing things to get guys open, showing different looks to kind of keep the Steelers off their heels and not able to pin their ears back and just rush our rookie quarterback, man. A lot of stuff was quick. You didn't have to read anything. Just snap the ball if it's there. If your first read's there, throw it. If it's not there, go to your second read. The second read ain't there, dump it off to Kareem Hunt for it. If that ain't there, throw the ball away. Get rid of it. DTR did that to a T. He worked Stefanski's game plan to a T, and it was driving me crazy in the second half. First half was cool. Second half, man, only thing we threw was like 8 yards and shorter. Now, in theory, that sounds good. Again, our defense is great. We got a rookie running back or a rookie quarterback. Let's just run the ball, play it safe, let our defense win the game. It all sounds cool. But when you're dealing with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, division rivals who know you, who don't have any respect for you, who, man, these guys are the Steelers are 6-3, and they lead the league in turnover differential. That's the only reason they win games. That's it. It ain't because of their offense. It ain't because of their special teams. It ain't because they got such a great passing or running game. It ain't even because their defense is great. They just get turnovers. That's it. That's it. So Stefanski, why I get why you're so afraid to turn the ball over, but man, we about to lose the game because all you want to do is throw 5-yard routes, and they're sitting on these routes. They're just sitting on them. We not even trying to bring our talent to the forefront or let these guys like Amari Cooper in that play and shine. You just want to just keep playing it safe, like beyond playing it safe. You're not even trying to move the ball downfield. Like that, our offense in the second half didn't even look like we were trying to gain yards. It looked like we were just trying to let's just burn as much clock as we can and just hope we can get out of here. Stefanski, man, it's 7-10. It was 0-10. Once they scored that touchdown, Stefanski, like you gotta start putting in some aggressiveness into your play calling, man. You cannot just keep playing not to lose. That's sucker stuff to me, man. I don't like playing not to lose when we're the better team. I'm not saying there's a difference between, playing smart and 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 just the guy just does not know how to balance. His balance and his play calling and situations are horrible, man. It's his situational play calling that I don't like. I He is a horrible situational coach, man. Why are you why? You saw in that final drive when it was finally 10-10 and Stefanski's like, oh gosh, we've got a score or we're gonna lose. Now all of a sudden we can throw the ball downfield. Now all of a sudden you got Njoku wide open, which that's not Stefanski's fault. Him dropping passes and all that ain't on Stefanski, man. But listen, Njoku, you got to catch the ball, my guy. You got to catch the ball. Let's not get these drops like you used to have early in your career. It is going to be an adjustment from DTR, from going from Watson and PJ Walker to DTR. I want to let all Browns fans know that. All of y'all who sit here on Njoku's back and on Elijah Moore's back, I'm not making excuses for them. Them grown men that's getting paid, driving Ferraris, dating supermodels, burning a mustache off at bonfire pits and all that. They're rich. You got to catch the ball, man. It's your job. That's your job. Catch the ball, Njoku. But I also want to bring a reality to the situation. This is just reality. It ain't an excuse. It's just the facts. They started recording NFL throws some years ago. I think it was a few years before Josh Allen came in the league. So not super long, but the fact that Josh Allen threw for, I believe it was like recorded a 76 miles per hour throw. You know who tied that? That's the fastest since they've been recording. You know who tied that? Dorian Thompson Robinson. Yeah. The guy throws with some heat. He's throwing them Brett Favre type passes where receivers used to talk about, man, Brett Favre used to throw me the ball, used to break fingers, fracture fingers. That's how DTR is throwing the ball. So granted, these receivers need to catch it, but it is an adjustment coming from a guy like Deshaun Watson and PJ Walker who put touch on their passes, are not rocketing in passes. They don't have that arm strength. It's different when it's a quarterback throwing to you that's got that different arm strength. That ball does come off different. You do have to catch it different. There is a different level of focus. There is. It's not just when it's thrown to you, it's not just falling into your hands, just melting into your hands like them touch passes were. DTR is throwing it in there, and there's nothing wrong with that. If he's capable of throwing like that, throw it like that. Throw it accurately. Your receiver's supposed to catch it. Catch the ball, Njoku. That ain't on Stefanski. But it was just amazing how everything seemed to open up. This man played so conservative the whole second half. You telling me we just couldn't put up one more touchdown or something and just make it a little more comfortable? Instead of 10-0, it could have been 17-0. And then you can play your little super soft and sensitive and no mistake football. But Stefanski, 10-0, bro. That's not a time for you to be like, oh, let's take our foot off the gas. Bro, we facing the Steelers. Bro, you got come on, Stefanski, man. I'm tired of seeing this guy win games when I feel like we're winning in spite of him, man. And it's crazy that I changed my tune so much, man. Last week I was saying coach of the year. And I do still believe that us making the playoffs and all that, man, he should be coach of the year. Just considering all the turmoil, all the turnover, all the injuries on our team. I do believe he should be coach of the year. But that's a flying statistic, man. That's a false award because Bill Callahan deserves that coach of the year. That Bill Callahan is an offensive line coach. All the injuries on our offensive line, for you to be having James Hudson going up against TJ Watt and all that, man, listen. That Bill Callahan deserves a lot of credit to get a lot of these guys that's coming in, weren't even on our teams 3 weeks ago, and now they starting an offensive line for us. That's Bill Callahan. I don't think Kevin Stefanski was in there coaching them guys up on what to do on the offensive line. Bill Callahan. That's huge, though. That's huge because Stefanski's the head coach, so it's gonna fall back on him. He's gonna get the credit. Let's go to another coach who I believe is coaching better than Stefanski, but won't get the credit Stefanski will. Schwartz. Man, what that guy's doing on the defense side of the ball, man, that's the identity of the team. That's the identity of the team is the defense. If you ask somebody who don't know anything about the Cleveland Browns, don't know anything about who our head coach is or any of that, and they just watch the game on Sunday, they would think Schwartz is the head coach because, man, they show him over there smiling and all that after big plays more than anybody else. You would think Schwartz is the head coach. He's the leader of the team, but he's not. That guy deserves credit on that coaching staff and I know Stefanski and in that defensive room coaching up any of them guys or barely speaking to them any of them guys. He's only in them offensive rooms. So another guy, our special teams coordinator. Man, this guy, look, we got the best. Justin Tucker and Hopkins are the best kickers in the league. And the only reason I'm adding Tucker in there is because, man, the guy's been the best kicker for years. I'm not just about to knock him off the pedestal. Hopkins and him, you can't name me a better kicker than Hopkins. And that's including Tucker. Man, every aspect of our team is better than the offensive part of our team. Special teams, defense is what's carrying this team. You take away our field goal kicks, our crazy punts from our punter, man, like Bajorquez, man, I got to start talking about you. People never talk about punters, and you shouldn't unless you got a trash one or a great one. Them the only ones you talk about is horrible punters, like the punter yesterday for the Steelers. Come on, man. I mean, I'm happy. I love it. But bro, that was horrible. He had a couple horrible kicks, while Bajorquez had a couple great ones. You never hear Bajorquez's name, man. That guy's got to be one of the top punters in the league. But you got special teams and defense. This like absolutely got their imprint on this team. You watch this team, man. Defense and special teams looks like a different team than what the offense is. It looks like it looks like it's coached differently because it is coached differently. Seriously, start looking at every aspect of our team as if it's a different aspect. And you'll start seeing why I be at Coach Stefanski's neck so much, man. Because the guy just does not get it out of our offense. I had the veil over my eyes, man. Deshaun gave us what franchise quarterbacks give, and that's where it makes everything look all right. When Deshaun was in there, even hurting there, hobbling around, he made Stefanski look like great last week. He made him look great. He made our team look great. That's what franchise quarterbacks do. Now, Stefanski, man, you crashing back down to earth because I was losing my mind yesterday, man. There's no reason that game should have been so close. So close. But Stefanski took his foot off the gas. He decided, I don't want to do anything to give anybody any reason to say I lost this game for us. So I'm just going to call these generic pass plays for 3 yards, these generic run plays, and I'm just going to play right into this veteran Pittsburgh aggressive defense. What? But that interception the DTR threw, that's on Stefanski, man. You keep throwing all these little short routes. These Steeler defensive backs that's all they waiting on. They waiting on Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore to run their little 5-yard route and turn and look for the ball. We didn't run anything deep all game until the final drive when we needed to, and everything clicked. You see DTR made every single throw he needed to make. Every throw. The only bad things about the offense was dropped passes. We were bing, 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 DTR slinging it. Where Stefanski, man. You couldn't sprinkle some of them plays in throughout the third quarter? Why did we have to get to that point? The Steelers are trash, y'all. Like that offense is trash. 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 The only reason they moved the ball on us is because of their mentality yesterday. Them guys just don't quit. Them guys probably still look at us as, man, these are little brothers, man. We not about to lose to them. So them guys just out there running hard. That guy Warren, I don't even know how Najee Harris is still the starting running back. Najee Harris is a bum compared to that dude Warren. Man, that man can run. That man he scares me. That dude is Hines Ward right there. He already reminds me of that. And I know they play different positions, but I'm talking about they just mentality. When Hines Ward used to play for the Steelers, man, he used to bring that Steelers swag just by himself, man. He used to punch receivers in the face, pancake block guys. Like, it was demoralizing going up against him. That was demoralizing going up against Warren yesterday. Man, he's stiff arming guys in the mouth. McLeod looked like he broke his arm after falling to the ground getting stiff armed. Like, that's the type of swagger and mentality I need us to start playing with on offense. We don't have any of that now that Deshaun Watson's gone. Stefanski ain't gonna bring that type of swagger. Man, and we still a playoff team. We still a playoff team. I do think Stefanski is trash. I do. I'm right back to thinking he trash because his true colors showed again. You went into complete just hibernation mode. I'm scared. Let me just curl up in the fetal position and hope all the shrapnel blows over my head and we can get out of this alive. I'm not a fan of that, man. We too talented. That's something that we should have been doing years ago when we had talent, but we trying to become a winning team, bro. We got the talent to win the Super Bowl. Minus the quarterback, everything else on our roster is capable of winning the Super Bowl. And even with DTR, man, look, we can go far in the playoffs with this defense. Take care of the ball. Stefanski, don't just completely go into a shell and be scared to make any type of attempt to do anything, man. You got to take chances. Just like we say in the game plan, don't blow it for the defense. Just let the defense win the game. You also have to realize that, man, when you got a defense like that, take some chances sometimes. When you have a defense like that, you also have to take some chances because that also shows that you trust them. It's not just let's play complacent, and that's going to show that I trust them because I'm just going to trust that they're going to stop them, the opponent, from scoring. Show some confidence in your defense by saying, hey, I'm going to go for it on this fourth down because I know if we don't get it, y'all going to stop them. Hey, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna throw it deep on this one because if it's an incomplete pass or if an interception, at least we have the defense. We showed them that we gonna go deep and they gotta defend it. Our defense, y'all will stop them. You can't do that all game. Don't put them in that position all game. But like, bro, you cannot just go out there and just give up on offense. That was pitiful. Like generic run play. There was no creativity. Even on the Steelers, man, they got tackles and stuff pulling on screen plays. Who does that? Man, they trying to do anything over there. They're trying to do anything to move the ball. Why are we not? Like, why are we not showing that same wanting to move the ball? You don't have to take crazy risks to move the ball, Stefanski. Like, just get creative, man. You supposed to be the offensive mind. It's supposed to be your bread and butter. That's supposed to be what you bring to the table because you don't bring motivation to the table. You're not hoorah guy. You have to bring that to the table, man. If you're not coming up with offensive creativity, you're a liability. What are you here for? What are you here for? What are you doing? Schwartz got the defense. Offensive lines covered. When Deshaun Watson's in there, he don't need your help. He don't need a babysitter on offense. The guy's a great quarterback. He don't need you to hold his hand. So what are you there for, Stefanski? Man, great dub, though. I'm just scared about Stefanski. Great dub. We should beat the Broncos next week, and we should be riding smooth. On that, man, I'm feeling horrible. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching, but I'm gonna go ahead, crash, take me a nap, man. It's been Mike on the mic. I love y'all. Go ahead, get that victory against the Broncos, and we'll be good. But Stefanski, man, I'm telling y'all, what's his signature move? Like, what's his signature thing? All the good coaches, this won Super Bowls, they all have something signature where you like, man, this is what this dude brings to the table. Even with Belichick, I spoke about Belichick earlier and him losing Tom Brady. Like, people knew, like, Belichick brought that defense, all that, just the type of like the team tradition like Mike Tomlin brings. Like, you're not gonna come in there and just do what you want. There's a standard. You're gonna play the way you're gonna play to our standard, and you're gonna play New England football. You're gonna play Steelers football. That's the type of stuff that them type of coaches bring to the table. What is it? What is it? I need somebody to tell me, what does Stefanski bring to this team where you like, man, that guy, we need that. That's his stamp on the team. What is it? It's supposed to be offense, but like, our offense ain't the key to our team. I didn't see anything crazy offense where I'm like, whoo, look at this play calling. Andy Reid, that's his thing. All the creative play calling. Granted, you got Patrick Mahomes, but hey, man, hey, beat us with Tyler Heineke or whoever the heck scrambled on us like that. Man, that's Andy Reid's thing. Like, every coach has something where they bring they level of expertise to it, and you can see it stamped on the team. What is it with Stefanski? I truly, I'm not saying the guy ain't smart. All head coaches are smart. I'm sure X's and O's, man, he could come in, draw on the whiteboard, all that. But what do you bring to the team? There's a million head coaches who can draw great plays on a whiteboard, man. There's a ton of smart coaches. What are you bringing to the team that we can't get from somewhere else? I don't see it, man. Nothing. Just the idea that all game, the first half, we were moving the ball and all that. Then the second half, we could not do anything on offense until the final drive. And then we started throwing the ball downfield. That tells me we could have been throwing the ball downfield. We could have been sprinkling that in the whole second half. Like, why would you wait till we need to formulate a game-winning final drive? Stefanski the dude's just too docile for me, man. He's just play it safe. I ain't got time for that. We too good, too talented of a team. Too talented of a team. Again, I'm not saying we were supposed to blow the Steelers out, but that was a one-sided game. If anybody watching that game, the Steelers had nothing for us. If we would have lost that game, that just would have been another Steelers game where people are like, how did the Steelers win that game? They shouldn't have won that game. They couldn't move the ball. How? At some point, man, you got Stefanski, you got to start playing to the level of our talent consistently, man. And I understand it's our first week, the rookie quarterback, all that, but again, man, your play calling. I didn't see nothing from that rookie quarterback that said you got to limit him and you can't call these plays, because you sure called him on that final drive, and it was bing, 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 field goal. Other than them dropped Njoku passes, man, the dude made every throw. Stop playing not to lose, Stefanski. Gosh, man. Goodness gracious. Can you have some confidence in yourself and the team? Can you show some swagger that, like, we're better than y'all. We're better than y'all. If we make a mistake, hey, we're better than y'all. We'll overcome it. But I just can't, man. I can't. Stefanski is to me. He truly is. I'm done with the Browns for now, because I believe that In spite of Stefanski, we're still a playoff team. In spite of Stefanski, we're still a playoff team that no one's going to want to face because of our defense. In spite of Stefanski, I still believe that we can make it. Honestly, man, I truly believe we can still make it to the Super Bowl. Like, I really do. With this defense and the talent on our team, it's absurd. Like, the talent on our team is finally, all them draft picks, all that, it's finally starting to shine through. Can you imagine this team? Like, we're 7-3 right now. Lost our starting quarterback, lost the best running back in the league, lost our Pro Bowl right tackle, lost our left tackle. Like, that is why I say Stefanski will end up being the coach of the year, because, man, you just look at all the stuff, that all the injuries, we still winning. We still winning. I just don't think it's because of Stefanski, but he'll get the credit because that's just the way it goes. He's the head coach. Just like when he don't make a mistake, and I say, man, that's on coaching. Even though it's not necessarily on him, he didn't necessarily drop the ball. It falls on his head, man. That's the way it goes. You get the credit sometimes when you don't deserve it. You get the blame sometimes when you don't deserve it. That's why it is, man. Heavy is the head that weighs the crown. You got to take that. Stefanski, you got to step up, though, man. Our team is too good. Too good. You see that. I feel like we won. We got out-coached. You talking about out-coached. We got out-coached yesterday. Hey, I'm talking the head coaching battle. Out-coached, man. Mike Tomlin, man, I can't stand the Steelers. But, boy, if I could poach Mike Tomlin from them, whoo. But on to some Cavaliers talk. Good dub by them last night against the Nuggets. Good dub, good dub. I want to tell y'all that was just more ammunition for me, because I say Donovan Mitchell got to go. I'm not a Donovan Mitchell fan. Wasn't a fan of him much in Utah. Not a fan of him here. Not a fan of styles of players like him. He's in the same category as James Harden when he was in his prime. He's in the same category as Russell Westbrook when he was in his prime. He's in the same category of anybody else, any great scorer you want to put in, add their name in there. He is in that category. Now, great scorer. I should have used a different term than just great scorer, because there's a lot of great scorers who impact the game in more than just scoring. Kobe's, Durant's, Curry's, them guys like that. Giannis, like, you can score and still impact the game in other ways. Donovan Mitchell don't make anybody better. That's why I'm not a fan of him. Who does he make better? Who is a better player since Donovan Mitchell got here? I'll wait. Darius Garland's regressed. Evan Mobley's been static. Just, he ain't gotten better. Jared Allen is still soft. Donovan Mitchell makes no one better. He just comes in and he gonna drop his ridiculously hard 30 whatever points. But it ain't gonna, what did it account for? It's not gonna lead to dubs. It's basically, he's empty scoring. Guys like that are empty scoring. Let me sit here. The rest of y'all, I'm gonna grab the ball. The other four of y'all, if you're not setting a pick for me or something, just watch me dribble, and do something crazy to score. Woo, we scored, y'all. There go our 2 or 3 points. Now let's go and have to do it again. And that's what we're gonna do all game. Is dribble. Hope I could do something crazy. Bro, get out of here with that, man. Donovan Mitchell's a great guy. This ain't got nothing to do with, I'm not saying he stinks as a player, none of that. James Harden won MVPs, Russell Westbrook won MVPs and getting triple doubles, all that. But all them points amounted to nothing. How many rings Russell Westbrook got? How far they go in the playoffs when he was getting all them triple doubles and collecting all them stats? Empty. Nothing. It ain't mean nothing. Nobody was scared of you beating him. Houston Rockets. And James Harden was MVP, dropping threes, step backs, all that, looking all good. But once the playoffs started, bro, no one cares. Because your little 50 points that you about to drop, if you drop 50, that's going to be a great game. That ain't going to win you the game because you still got to account for 50 to 60 more points. And when you dribble, and we just watching you dribble, score, or you might pass it to us with 4 seconds left on the clock, bro, nobody's in rhythm but you, goofball. Like, the Cavs are ticking me off. They got a great win, but it was an empty win, bro. It was an empty win because I feel like with Donovan Mitchell out there, we wouldn't have got that win the same way we did. I'm not saying we wouldn't have won, but it wouldn't have looked like that. I loved the way we looked yesterday. I'd prefer the Cavs to look like that. I'd prefer to trade Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen in the package and try to get a wing. Go get Jaylen Brown, somebody like that. We don't need a 34-point scoring point guard that's short and don't play great defense. That's not helping us. We don't need that. Guess what? This rookie we got, Cooper. Toasty. Bro, that kid deserves playing time. Yeah, if y'all watch that kid play, that kid's a rookie right now. A rookie that played at a small school. He didn't play at no Duke or nothing like that. Man, this guy's got a lot of growth. I like that kid Cooper. We need to start playing him more, but that's hard to do when you got a Donovan Mitchell and a Darius Garland. Those two guys are going to command minutes. Excuse me, by the way. Those two guys are going to command minutes because, don't get me wrong, I'm sitting here saying that Donovan Mitchell needs to be up off the team, but the guy's the best or second best player on the team, period. But when you've got a guy like that just dribble, and he's your first, like he's your best player, bro, the team ain't going to make it. They ain't going to make it. That's why all them Houston teams James Harden was on, the Nets, all them teams don't make it because guess you're not winning like that. Like, you're not winning. No one wants to sit there and watch that all day. That does not help anybody else on the team. You think Evan Mobley want to sit there at the elbow and just watch dribble all day? Let me go set this screen. Maybe I'll get a oop. Bro, that's boring. No one wants to play like that except for Donovan Mitchell. You see how well Garland played? You think that was a coincidence that he played his best game of the season when Mitchell wasn't there last night? You think that's a coincidence that we played our best team ball last night? Best team ball. That was a team win. Nobody really stood out as, woo, this guy was the reason we won. He just willed them to victory. No, that was a Cavs dub. We won. We won. They won. I ain't do a dang on thing. They won as a team. Everybody contributed. It wasn't just one person doing all the leg work. It's not going to work with Mitchell. I would trade him right now. If I was Kobe Altman, I would be on the phone. I wouldn't have brought him and Allen back. I really wouldn't have. After that Knicks season, that series, I saw enough. I seen what I need to see. Jared Allen ain't going to all of a sudden, go see the Wizard of Oz and Oz is going to give him a heart. The guy don't have heart. He don't have it. He got punched in the mouth by Sabonis. When we placed the Kings, Sabonis was putting a shoulder and elbow in his chest all day, getting layups, rebounds, buckets. Jared Allen, you got to go. I'm going to keep saying that. Got to go, Jared Allen. You don't do anything. You don't space the floor. We can't rely on you to play good defense to get rebounds if you're going against somebody physical. If we going against somebody with some heart, you may as well count Jared Allen out. He may as well just sit the bench. You bring somebody in who can space the floor and help on offense. Donovan Mitchell might not even be here in 2 years. He may not even be here. I don't even understand why you would not get rid of the guy now. This is our chance. That's just me. That's how I think. Because I feel like though Donovan Mitchell is a better player than Darius Garland is better at making other players better. Darius Garland, before Mitchell got here, man, that guy was getting assists. He looked like a point guard. We had a point guard. He was scoring and he was distributing. Donovan Mitchell's just scoring. He ain't distributing to nobody until he has to, which I can't even blame Donovan Mitchell for that, because in a lot of these games, when it comes down to the crunch time, they look to him. They don't even look to be aggressive. That's another reason why I would get rid of Mitchell. Addition by subtraction. Because, man, a lot of these guys volunteered to take a back seat when he came here. When he came here and they was like, ooh, it's only one basketball, man. They ain't going to have enough basketballs for Garland and Mobley to shoot. Mobley or Garland was like, hey, I'll take a back seat. Well, Mitchell can have it. Bro, that's horrible. Because now you see that. When it's crunch time and we need a bucket, bro, they give it to Mitchell and they like, go do something. And they just stand there and wait. And Mitchell like, man, I thought I was coming to this Utah again. I thought I was coming to a team with some playmakers and guys to help me out. Forget it. I dribble because I want to win. I'm not about to sit here and look to y'all like y'all look to me. I'll make something happen. Y'all don't want to make it happen. Y'all looking at me? Fine. I'll dribble, and live with it. So I can't even be mad at Mitchell. I can't. That's on coaching and that's on the teammates around him. I'm just saying I would get rid of him because we don't need him in my opinion. We don't need him. I'd rather bring a wing man. Bringing Jaylen Brown in here would be crazy to me. You have a lineup of a Darius Garland at the point. You could put Strus or Brown or any. It's not necessarily Jaylen Brown. I keep saying Jaylen Brown because that's what I wanted to pursue in the offseason, man. I feel like that was perfect. Tatum and Mitchell are good friends. I feel like that would have been perfect. But whatever. We need to add a wing scorer. That's what we need. We need somebody with some height and athleticism who can put the ball on the floor and create their own shot. I'm not just give me the ball and I'm gonna always create. We just need somebody capable of it. Jaylen Brown will be perfect. He bring defense and he could create his own shot. That's the kind of guy we need, man. We don't need a Donovan Mitchell. We've got Garland. We've got Cooper. Like, we have the guard play we'll be all right. Excuse me. Addition by subtraction, man. I wish I could package JB Bickerstaff in there too, because he's trash. I'm over Bickerstaff. He's the Joe Woods of Cleveland sports this year. He is trash. He don't do anything to put his team in winning positions. He don't make any adjustments to try to win. He keeps trotting out the same garbage. He only plays Cooper if Mitchell or Garland is not playing. The guy has to go. I'm not a fan of people who just keep doing the same thing expecting different results. Not a fan. We saw this outplay. We saw this play out last year. Your little generic, cheesy pick and roll is not going to work in the playoffs, Bickerstaff. That's what ticks me off. They do all this stuff in the regular season and think because it's working in the regular season that, we fixed it. It's good. Bro, ain't nobody worried about the funky regular season. The Cavs are a try-hard team. If y'all didn't know that, the Cavs are a try-hard team, meaning that during the regular season, the Cavs trying to win every game. We play every game like it's the biggest game, which is cool. But the reality is a lot of these other playoff teams, bro, they're not playing like that. They looking at this like, bro, this is the regular season. Let's go ahead, clinch us a playoff spot. We'll lose some games, whatever, man. I'll be tired during the week. Let's clinch us a playoff spot and let's look to the postseason. They're not worried about stopping you in November. So your little funky pick and roll that you think gonna push us through the whole offense and through the playoffs is gonna get us to the playoffs, get us clinch a spot. Then in the playoffs, we gonna get punched in the mouth again. Because there's no creativity, there's nothing, there's no growth. No one has improved, man. It kills me. I watched the game last night and I'm like, other than these rookies we drafted and the free agents we brought in, what has changed about our team? Nothing. Like nothing. No one's brought any different aspect to their game. We've got too many young players where every year they need to be bringing a different wrinkle to their game. Mobley especially. He's the unicorn. Mobley can add anything to his arsenal. But he ain't, to me, in my opinion, I haven't seen anything added to his game other than maybe 10 pounds to his body. That's it. Who's come back to the season to where they brought something in their game where you like, man, I see he worked on that. Woo. Okoro's honestly the only person. Okoro looked like, but he's been working on his jump shot since he got out of high school. But his jump shot has improved. He's been a little injured and banged up, but other than that, no, nothing. I'm not a fan. If you're a head coach, I need to see experimentation. If something ain't working, I need to be seeing some type of something. You need to be brewing something. I don't care what it is. Try a roll and pick. I don't know, but you need to try something, Bickerstaff. How about you call a play? There are plays. You can call pin downs. You can call off ball screens. You don't do any of that. You call about 2-3 plays I see a game, and when I see them, they mostly for Struce or Niang, which is like, bro, Niang's not no playmaker. What are you drawing up plays for Niang for? I'm just a guy in a room with some Cleveland stuff hung up that's just talking sports. I don't know nothing, man. I'm just I'm just voicing my opinion. But I love y'all. I'm struggling, man. I'm all congested. I apologize about all the coughing and all that. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Sorry, man. It's like every time I get on track and about to be doing some consistent stuff, there's a wrench thrown in. So I've been out of commission past couple days. I've been struggling, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit that like, that subscribe. I love y'all. God bless. Take care of yourselves. Take care of y'all families. It's a cold world out here, man. It's a cold world out here. Life is bigger than sports. I get on here and I get passionate about all this, but it's people out here going through real stuff, man. I'm not trying to get too deep, but just take care of yourselves, man, and realize that life is big. Like life is not just our little bubbles that we in, our little bubbles that we see. It's a lot going on in this world, and it's a lot of stuff people go through internally, man, that you don't know what people going through, man. So just be positive, man. Love yourself, love each other, man. Have a great week. I'm gonna get off my rant. That must be I blacked out. That must be COVID. I don't know what's going on. But I love y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all for joining me. Take care of yourselves. Next time y'all see me, I'll be a little more proper. I look like I'm goodness. I'm tired of looking at myself, man. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day, great week. Peace.